one way I'll describe Jennifer is that she has a servant's heart.
She's just genuinely a caring, sweet person.
She always puts other people first. When she's in her photography studio, she's not a prima donna. Oh, I'm Jennifer, I'm the best. She always tells you how beautiful you are, how beautiful your child is, how she's so glad to see you. She's very, very selfless, and I will have to tell you that she's a devout Christian.
She sort of always had a little interest in photography. I have a very early picture of her when she was about 4 with a little tiny camera up to her eye. Sort of formed her own way of doing things over the years. People try to credit me with doing it for her, but I didn't do it. She did it herself.
She really does 99.99% of all of our commercial photography, and we do a lot of commercial photography with publishing magazines and books, of course. I'm sure you can imagine that. But she also does my famous portrait photography. I have 18 grandchildren, so you can just imagine how many times I have used her to do pictures.
She's got 500,000 times more patience than I do. You know, there are times when there's a baby crying or a toddler that just has no attention span left. And Jennifer can always seem to drag them back in, you know, because I think we're done, it's over, the window has closed. But Jennifer, she's always got it. She always seems to pull them back in and get the perfect shot.
When you have to start decorating for Christmas in the end of September, you're really not in the Christmas spirit. But we started this year actually wearing Christmas pajamas on Saturdays. So we wear our house shoes and our Christmas pajamas, and sometimes we wear our Mickey Mouse ears with the Santa hat. They really kind of look at us, but that's kind of what makes us special, I think. It's just fun. It's nothing big and bad to come have your picture made. It's just fun. Come on in and join the party.
Oh, it is so hard. And if you're working with a photographer that does not know how to photograph children, you would really know. She is a genius at working with children. Well, she's so cute. She has that little high voice, and I've asked many times, she said, now I'm going to get the rubber ducky. She has all these tools that she has, that she knows exactly what to do. She squeaked the rubber ducky in adults before they were. She knows how to turn a screaming, crying child into a perfect model, and that is the truth. I've seen it happen many, many times.
I don't know if you know about her late son that died in September. And Joseph was the love of her life. And she had taken lots of great pictures of him. He was a great model.
Her son Joseph was born with a heart defect and had several surgeries while he was an infant. And Jennifer and later Joseph, her son, were so grateful for the care that he received through his cardiologist and the hospital staff where he was treated. She wanted to give back and help other children. Huntsville Hospital is one of only 6 St. Jude affiliate clinics in the country. We are very close to our patients in that unit. They come from all over North Alabama. We wanted to do something special for those children when they finish their chemo and other treatments. When the child finishes their chemo, they're invited to her studio for a free photo shoot. She encourages them to wear something that represents what they would like to be when they grow up. And if you meet Jennifer, she doesn't just take photos. She gets to know her clients and know her subjects. So she's talking to them all the while, and learning about them and what their hopes and dreams are, and takes these beautiful photos that we then frame and hang on the lobby wall in the St. Jude Clinic.
We sort of grew up with Joseph too. Probably met Joseph around 6 or 7 years old, and just a fun-loving kid. Always had a great smile, and I mean, he meant a lot to all of us. He was like our child too.
And then when Joseph had a heart attack and died, it's almost like Jennifer was ministering to everyone else who loved him so much. She has an incredible, incredible faith in God. She said, Mom, I'm just hanging on to God. You know, that's how I'm going to get through this. And then through Joseph's death, so many more people have contributed to our units there at Huntsville Hospital. So Joseph will continue to live on.
I know we lost a little boy not too long ago, and the family had not been able to order a wall portrait, and she just decided, I don't care what it costs, just call and get them a large one of their favorite pose. And so she took it to them after the funeral that day. And she just does stuff like that I wouldn't think about, but she does it all the time.
Jennifer's obviously behind the camera. I'm tickling the baby. Cynthia has the lamb on a ribbon leash. And, you know, we're busy, we're focused on the baby, trying to get the perfect smile, trying to keep the lamb in the right spot. And I turned to look at Jennifer to see, do you have it? Is it, you know, are we where we should be?
And I was getting ready to place the little lamb outdoors in our back field. And the lamb just decided that the grass was greener on the other side of the pasture and took off.
And I turned back, and bouncing through the field is the baby lamb with Cynthia running behind it, jumping ditches, just trying to grab the lamb before it hits the street.
And so I took off running and I said, I need some help here. And I looked and they were down on the ground laughing as I was leaping over the ditch trying to catch the lamb.
And, you know, being the dedicated employees that we are, Jennifer and I just fell on the ground laughing at her. We didn't help her much.
And the harder you run, the faster they run. So I finally just realized if I stopped running, maybe it would stop. And it did. And I was able to get up there and step on its little ribbon. And that's how I got it.
She got it, so it worked out well.
Thank heaven. I couldn't run much longer.
When I did my photographs for this junior achievement thing, they did not tell me that I was going to have to come up here and speak. So I don't have anything prepared. But I wanted to tell you guys, I'm so touched and so privileged and so blessed that you guys chose me for this. And I just wish my son was here. But I know he's seeing, and he's so proud, because I was always proud of him. And I'm very grateful, and I appreciate it, and it's such a great honor. And I will always be a part of this community. I will always work on Huntsville Hospital Foundation, clicking for a cause, and try to raise money, and with the St. Jude's, anything that has anything to do with children, I'm there. I'm a behind-the-scene girl, so I'm not a speaker.